Hi there, welcome to another week of Counter-Strike game and skin market update. This is Skinomics2, and this video covers the 20th to 26th of January. Valve has finally came back from the year-end break to tease a new update. But before we dive into the headlines, a word from the sponsor. This video is sponsored by Skin Search, created by Sparkles to help the CS community find the best deals on skins. It scans the top CS2 marketplaces for cheapest prices, supports most world currencies, includes a trade-up contract calculator, and an inventory value checker for real cash value, floats, and phases. Click the first link in the description or the pinned comment to support the channel and try Skin Search today. Now, let's dive right into the headlines. We start with another update to the Armory Pass, and we actually saw some significant movements this week. Many people anticipated rotation of collections when the Deagle was removed, and the disappointment from this has meant almost all ROI have decreased this week. Despite this, all items are still profitable. The Deagle Heat Treated itself fared very poorly, declining by over 25% week on week. It now means that if you obtain a Heat Treated from the pass, on average, you only receive $3 from your $10 purchase. Moving on, this was the first week in which the discounted Shanghai stickers have been tradable. As expected, all returns are negative, with the champion autographs crashing all the way down to 35%. The most expensive autographs and team stickers have not changed. We now talk about the much anticipated update to the game. Valve teased on Saturday that there will be a major update next week, which will introduce Season 2 to the premiere mode of the game. I want to go through each of the items in the teaser one by one, starting off with the badges you will receive each season. Starting from Season 2, at the end of the season you will receive a badge if you played more than 25 games. The color of the badge reflects your highest rank, and the number of bars reflects the number of games you have played. Each bar represents 25 games. To earn the greatest number of bars, which is 5, I calculate that you have to play 6.25 games per week from next week onwards until the end of season in late June. As for Season 1, it appears that everyone who have participated will receive a generic badge. The screenshot Valve has posted shows a person who played 140 games, with the highest rank being 18,000, but has only gotten a blank badge. Now we look at perhaps the most impactful change for the skin market from this update. The A4 is confirmed to be $2,900 down from $3,000, and the FAMAS is expected to receive both a buff and a price reduction. Valve jokingly posted the FAMAS to be $300, which is obviously not true. As a result of these announcements, all play skins for both have shot up significantly in price, including both the high-end HAL and the lower-end Desolate Space. The final change teasing the update was the confirmation that Vertigo will be replaced by Train in Premiere. I honestly expect a new Train collection, although it is Valve so I could be wrong. I think if the new collection was to come, it could replace the Anubis collection that has been in the game for over 1.5 years, or replace a collection in the Armory Pass. There was one more headline worth talking about this week. A professional player called Crad who plays for 9 Pandas used a Deagle with an offensive craft this week. After this was pointed out, the player tried to explain that he was unaware of the craft as he plays with a left-hand view model. He received a 2-week ban for this by ESL. However, this was not the end of the story. A person on Twitter by the name of Pickle pointed out that during a crowd livestream, the player has laughed at the craft and made disrespectful comments. His ban was extended to 1 month by ESL as a result. Finally, let's move on to our weekly craft idea. We continue with our theme and looking at crafts which match the ongoing festive periods. This week, I want to introduce a Chinese knot craft which coincides with the Chinese New Year on Wednesday. For this craft, you will need 4 Bad News Eagle stickers from Paris and 1 Battle Scarred sticker. Simply place the 4 Bad News Eagle stickers in a circular manner and place the Battle Scarred sticker upside down below. The Battle Scarred stickers is a tiny bit expensive now at about $4. You can use a 5th Bad News Eagle stickers in its place, although it may not look as good. Before we move on, I want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year. Switching gears now to the market. The Skinomics2 index, which contains a list of items I used to represent the market, saw a continued rally of 0.95% this week as we approach Chinese New Year. The eSport Fire index, which contains a list of 300 high-value liquid items, rose even further as well. I expect this trend to continue towards next week as younger players from China line their pockets with gift money. Moving on to value of trade and trade volume data sourced from iTrade.gg. On buff, we saw volume and trade value decline for a third week in a row. People have continued to use alternative platforms. CS float volume data also sourced from iTrade.gg continued to show increases, peaking at an impressive 36,000 transactions on the 19th. Now, let's break down the skin market movements down into categories. Starting off with knives and gloves, these actually saw a retraction in this segment despite the market increase. The Nox in particular have declined by almost 10% this week. Higher tiered weapon skins experienced mixed results, although A4 and FAMAS skins rose significantly. Agent skins decline almost stopped this week after losing value for over a month. Last but not least, we saw affordable weapons being a significant winner this week, which is good for the overall market health. Moving on, according to CS2 case tracker, case unboxing numbers have surpassed late November numbers as average player count increased slightly from last week. As a result of the increasing unboxing numbers, non-active case prices have seen significant rises again, with Spectrum and Chroma collections benefiting the most. The same trend extends towards active cases with the exception of the recoil case. Kilowatt has remained as a relatively expensive case despite being the newest. Let's now take a glimpse at this week's biggest winners and losers. The biggest winners list saw a pump of the low volume Pros Don't Fake sticker from a 2015 collection. Second place on the list features an Art Gold. Art now plays for the Brazilian team Fluxo. And in third place, we have a FAMAS skin as a result of the buff. In losers, we have a Shanghai Cloud9 sticker, as well as a 2017 MBK sticker and a 2019 Def sticker. MBK is now retired, and Def is now the coach for M80. Onto the top trades of the week sourced from the skin trading site iTrade.gg. We have some remarkably interesting sales this week. On buff, we saw a pair of tier 1 Crimson kimonos selling for $25,000 in first place. In second place, we have a tier 1 Talon Blue Gem, and as for third place, we have a Wild Lotus with 4 2015 Vox Hollows. On CS Float, we also had an interesting week. A Kato 14 Reason Hollow sold this week for $37,000. This was the first place. In second and third places, we have a low float Garnier and the second lowest float StatTrack M9 Emerald selling for $16,000 and $14,000 respectively. Moving into game news, there was a single update this week on the 22nd. The update included minor improvements for CPU-bound systems. Thor on Twitter was able to confirm the improvements on his own system. Onto the pro scene, perhaps as expected, Spirit took home the inaugural Blast Bounty Championship with Donk named the MVP. What was more surprising though was Eternal Fire's performance. The team has beaten Falcons, Vitality, and G2 to reach the final. In the game against Falcons, Zentaris was outplaying Nico 14-3. Looking ahead, IEM Katowice playoffs start next week as the second tier 1 event with a female team. Imperial FE will face Furia in the first round. Lastly, in transfers, we had a huge shock in that Shuhei left Mouse, as the inexperienced Brolin will take over the in-game leader role. Spinks has been confirmed to be the replacement. It appears that the exit was not a peaceful one, as Shuhei posted on Twitter. We also had 2 changes in the tier 2 team BC game, whereby Guardian left and was replaced by Nork. Thank you kindly to Skin Search's sponsorship. I am still open to skin donations and a reminder to join my Discord. Please like, share and subscribe. On that bombshell, that was all for this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.